Hey everyone, it is Armor Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to a sneak peek video. I know we literally just did one a couple days ago, but we have so much new information. We have like 5 new monster skill sets, a lot of new pictures, so I'm super excited to see whether these monsters are going to be good or not good. These are the Season 2 monsters, but I just want to emphasize that all of the things we're about to go over, it is not official, it is not confirmed, so it is always possible that Social Point changes something when it's actually released. With that being said, let's have fun with this leak video and let's check out all these new monsters. So the first monster we have is a monster called Neuro Funk. So let's see, Hive Brain deals moderate nature damage to one enemy, removes 50% of stamina. A stamina drainer. Low nature damage applies stamina leak. And by the way, these have no cooldown, so these are spammable as long as you have the stamina for it. Gives 50% of stamina to itself and increased accuracy. 25% stamina to all allies and stamina regen to all allies. Moderate nature damage removes 75% of stamina. Keep in mind that depending on what relics the monster can hold, you could potentially be draining more stamina. It's always possible that Social Point releases a talent that drains stamina, so something like a draining fungus could be really powerful. Aside from stamina drain, this monster also has possession. Not only single possession, double possession, and it removes stamina. So this is really useful against Aminos, for example, that has the Bull Rag trait. 50% chance to not get hit with negative effects. If you don't land the first possession, maybe you land the second possession. So that is pretty awesome. And on top of that, the stamina drain. Heavy dark damage applies possession and removes 75% of stamina. The other cool thing about having possession and stamina drain is assuming the possession lands, well, now the enemy lost 75% of their stamina, and they're going to use their own turn to attack themselves or their team and waste stamina. So that's always been my favorite thing to do. And we have an Aoe Possession. That's pretty cool. So this monster is a Possessor with the stamina drain. And of course, after you do Aoe Possession, you can follow up with the Aoe 75% stamina drain, and you're pretty much good to go unless they have stamina recovery relics. Deals heavy nature damage, applies Mega Possession. Ooh, nice. Overall, I like the monster. Now, obviously, a monster like this is hard to utilize in a Mega TAUNT world, and we pretty much live in a Mega TAUNT world. So the whole strategy of going first and doing denial doesn't work, so you still need a monster to go first and remove the Mega TAUNT from the enemy. So this is the kind of monster to go second in the turn order. So it's the same kind of mechanic as like Taboro Kodama, but it could be like Taboro and Neuro Funk, or Master Rat, since Master Rat has a single cleanse, Master Rat and Neuro Funk, stuff like that. Alright, the next monster we have is Gartok. Sounds like a water monster. Yeah, it is. Moderate water damage applies bleed. Low water damage to all enemies. Sounds like an attacker. Moderate water damage, drown and bleed. Ooh, a dot monster. Drown to all enemies. Moderate water bleed to all enemies. Moderate water removes shields from all enemies. Okay, this could be usable. Unbreakable Mind. Especially if we have the more and more we get taunt monsters, Mega Taunt monsters. Removing shield can be super valuable. Remove shield from one enemy extra turn. Yeah, that's awesome. So this monster might be really powerful. Removes shields from one enemy first. So just think like a Boronot that applied a shield, or a any of the Mega Taunt monsters, right? I'm also trying to think taunts, but think of Ollie. Ollie sets up a shield. Ha ha ha, it doesn't matter. This monster will remove the shield, deal massive water damage, and on top of that drown. So if the massive damage doesn't kill you, maybe the drowned will. And by the way, the other cool thing about extra turn skills is if you happen to get possessed, maybe the AI does the extra turn skill and then you're good to go. Or maybe you just need to reset the cooldown or lower the cooldown on one of your other skills by 1. So that's pretty awesome. So overall, I like the monster. Keep in mind that applying bleed also works really well. Is it Boronot that has a bleed hater skill? So that could potentially be useful. So I'm interested in this, the Fatid's mate skill a lot, and the splashdown. I do like the synergy of these two. Especially if like 2 enemy monsters have shields. Remove shields from all enemies, heavy water damage, random torture, applies a random torture. That's cool. So yeah, DOT monster. Alright, let's see what else we have. Rude Chod. I think this is like the giant mole rat. Removes 25% of total life from one enemy, 0 cooldown. Removes 20% of total life from all enemies, 0 cooldown. So this is going to be our Colonel Pip, essentially, our Mega TAUNT killer. For those of you that weren't able to get Colonel Pip, this is going to be your monster. Yum Yum applies life regen to itself, heals itself by 30%. Alright, removes 20% of total life from all enemies and applies bleed. So, honestly, this monster, like, going back to being a Mega TAUNT killer, you go with this monster, like, running 3 speed, Furious Chomp. If you have Unrelenting Assault, you get another turn in, Furious Chomp again, enemy Mega TAUNT monster is dead. Or just Furious Chomp and then turn transfer into this monster and Furious Chomp again. Because that's 60% of total life, 60, that's 120% of total life. So, if the enemy would need relics or shields or something to stay alive. So, yeah, very, very, very impressive. And removes 50% of total life, heals by 50. This is awesome. This is really cool because you're healing by 50%. Wow, this monster is powerful. Hyper Teeth removes 75% of total life. Single target 75%. That is huge. Moves 30% of total life from all enemies. Applies bleed. Heals itself by 30%. This is powerful too. This is 90% from a Mega Taunt monster. And it bleeds on top of that. So maybe the bleed damage kills. And you heal by 30. Doubles max life. Applies taunt. Oh, and you can self-taunt. That is cool. I don't think realistically... Would you really run the taunt skill? Maybe if you have a dodge area monster on your side, you could utilize the taunt. But all the percentage damage, yeah. So for those of you that weren't able to get Colonel Pip because the maze was impossible, hopefully this monster is easy enough to get, and yeah, we can use this monster. Hungry and Abandoned removes 100% of total life from one enemy. I gotta tell you, Social Point is making it hard to figure out which monsters to invest in because I really like this monster right now. Really like him. Oh yeah, we're going to have an El Colossal event with a Season 1 Mythic, so more on that to come. Here is Gartox. Oh, he's going to be the next PvP monster. Cool. I'm pretty excited about that. We have Lady Meow. This is the Golden Pass monster. Here is Neuro Funk. This is a Possession Stamina Drain monster. Here's Malcheron. This is the exclusive Golden Pass monster. And by the way, Neuro Funk, this is going to be the race monster. So on par with Master Rat in terms of what players are going to have this monster. Rank 4, Rank 5. Alright, so... hopefully this video helps you figure out whether or not you and your team want to invest in this monster, Neuro Funk. Let's see what else we have. Ferrata looks pretty cool. Equalaria, Kat-herine, Rude Chaw. Gosh, Rude Chaw does not look glamorous, but he's pretty powerful. Alright, let's see. Neuromania Marathon. Alright, do we know more about the monster? Immune to Possession, that's useful, right? Faye can do Possession, he can do Possession. Panicking can do Possession. Poison Immunity, that's lame. Status Caster, Stamina Regen, that's pretty useful. Spitfire and Svart become available. Monsterwood Cells, what else do we have? Gartox, do we have information on him? At rank 0, he's hardened. At rank 1, Burn Immunity, that's whatever. Status Caster's increased accuracy, self-precision, that's good. Alright, Equalaria, alright. I'm excited about this monster, just looking at her, so let's see if she's good or not. Low light damage, light weakness. Low magic damage, interesting, removes positive effects. Already we have a cleanse on a 0 cooldown, I like that. Deals low light damage, applies blind to an enemy. Resurrection, we have a res monster, and if I'm not mistaken, this is going to be a breeding monster. So she can res. Very cool. Removes positive effects from all allies. Wait, what? Removes positive effects from all allies, applies major damage reduction to all enemies. I don't like that you have to cleanse positive effects. I mean, yeah, because even if you had like a Megaton monster, you'd cleanse away the Megatons. And is it worth it for the major damage reduction? Minus 50% damage from the enemy? I don't know. Deals heavy light damage. Total damage reduction to one enemy. I like this. Pacifism. It's funny that it deals heavy light damage, even though it's pacifism. I like this. You can target the attacker and they'll deal 0 damage. Although a lot of attackers I feel like have ET skills right now. Deals low light damage, applies blind and light weakness. I like this. I think she can synergize pretty good with like a Master Rat, especially. Attacker Master Rat running Assault. Let's see what else we have. Resurrects all allies with 50% and removes negative effects from my allies. I love that. I love that heal because it also cleanse, or not heal, resurrection because it's also a cleanse. Cool. I normally don't like running to revive. I don't like running the AoE revivals for whatever reason. I feel like most of them you only revive one monster. But on defense, you can run this monster. You know, especially if one of your monsters' purpose is to die because they're running Soul Drag, and to be able to rest on defense is pretty useful. Resurrects all allies with 100%, heals by 100, and triple damage. Whoa, that ultimate is crazy because even if you had dead allies, they come back. They're at 100%, and they get triple damage. So those next attacks are going to hurt. I don't know. I like the monster, but it's also like I don't think it's anything too crazy at the same time. Let me look it over again. A single cleanse, right? Spammable. You can blind, single res. I don't like this because you remove positive effects. I do like the total damage reduction, so that's like her. I would call that a soft deny because the enemy can still do deny skills. I like the AoE blind. So we have AoE blind. We have the total damage reduction. I'd probably do rebirth. No, you'd probably have to go with glorious revival. I wonder if you could use this skill even if you don't have a dead ally. Probably, right? You could still just use it for the cleanse. Assuming you can just use it for the cleanse, I would run that. And I'd probably run the single removal. So I would do removes positive effects, total damage reduction, AoE blind, maybe even the single blind. I might even do the single blind on the monster. I don't know. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think about this monster? Ooh, what does she have? Does it tell us? It doesn't tell us what her trait is, so that'll make things more interesting. And then we have, ooh, this is a monster that I said looked like Steamrath. Let's see if it is an ET attacker. Moderate magic, guard down. Vulnerable, negate healing, and burn. I gotta say, I like this a lot. Mark the target, because negate healing, especially with relics, especially with the newer relics. Yeah, that's awesome. Burn on top of that, deals moderate fire damage, applies burn. This monster has all sorts of skills. Magic and fire. Oh, magic and fire. Deals moderate magic, applies burn. This monster really likes to burn. Negate healing to all enemies. Vulnerable and guard down. Applies pierce. Oh, we got ourselves a pierce monster. Heavy special damage. So who cares that there's all these mega top monsters and top monsters? We got Bullseye. Alright, one shot, one kill. Applies pierce to itself. Deals very heavy special damage to one enemy. So we have a pierce monster. 2 pierce skills. Okay. So it reminds me a lot of Super Fox that applies pierce before attacking. We're just going to have to see whether or not this monster is that powerful. Yeah, the thing that is dangerous about this monster is, considering this monster has vulnerable skills. Did we have an AoE vulnerable? Yeah, like Culling the Weak. I guess it doesn't deal damage, so that's good. Negate healing, vulnerable. Moderate magic, burn. Because I was thinking, like, this monster can do, with Unrelenting Assault, it's, because you got to think everything in the context now of Unrelenting Assaults, right? Like, apply vulnerable, and then use a pierce to do even more damage. Interesting, very interesting. Lady Meow. Rank 0 dodge area. Oh, that is nice. Rank 0 Lady Meow. Oh, that's the Golden Pass monster. Daze immunity, that's whatever. Stun immunity, I don't think that's too crazy. Let's see, Kat-herine, she is the free-to-play monster. Hardened, that's good. Immune to blind, I guess it helps against like Equalaria and anyone else that blinds. Life regen, not the best, I would say, not the best. Mouseron, this is the exclusive monster. Tough, 35% chance to not get hit with negative effects, 50, of course. And so, Mouseron is a mega top monster. I swear, I had to buy a Goribuki who wasn't even needed because there was no Aerosaga for him. And then our next one is like, I guess the Corrupted Shelly technically, right? Dark Monster with Megatons. My gosh. Alright, let's see. What do we have in terms of relics? We're going to have a Lady Meow relic. Oh no, wait. These are what they can hold. Sword and Amulet, Lady Meow, Staff and Amulet. Ooh, that is really good on Kat. I remember really liking her. The fact that she has Staff, Pump Seed Staff, Cane of Atlantis, also an Amulet, Charizard's Amulet. That's awesome. And then we have Mouseron with the Shield and Armor for survivability. Yeah, so these are the monsters. Let me know in the comments, who are you the most excited about? All these monsters we went over, a lot of skill sets. You get to see the pictures as well. Who is your favorite? Anything and everything, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.